This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I've got my co-host Robbie Hull back with me.
Glad to be here
And
on my second interview of the week.
The second interview of season 10, right? That's right, that's right. You've got your guest. I'm going to let you introduce her too, but all three of us are wearing orange today for Truth and Reconciliation Day. Today, the day of taping, is September 30th. So appreciate you wearing your orange, everybody, and recognizing an important day. Going to throw it over to you now, Rob.
My guest today is Robyn Robbie. You have been on FOA so many times because you are with Organizing Society. You are in the Iron Man competition in Ottawa recently, and you are going to tell us about that today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can you tell us what an Iron Man is?
Yes, so an Ironman is a very long triathlon. It's in total 226 kilometers, where there's a swim, a bike, and a run, and you have a total of 17 hours to get it done, but there are cutoff times in between.
When was the Ironman in Ottawa?
So it happened this past August 3rd of this year, and it was the first Ironman Ottawa has ever hosted. It was originally out west for many years, and they've moved it to Ottawa, so that was pretty exciting.
Was this the first time you were in an Ironman?
So this was my second Ironman. My first one was back in 2022 in Lake Placid. Funny enough, that Ironman I was supposed to do in 2020. So I trained for that one on and off for 3 years because the pandemic got in the way and then everything else that went with it. So I finally got to do my first one in 2022.
How many people were in the Ironman in Ottawa?
So I had to look this one up. There was 3,000 of us registered, and I think it said about 2,500, give or take, participants were in the event, and I think it was close to about 1,900 finished. Yeah.
How do you practice to be ready to do an Ironman?
So it's a really, really big commitment. Year round, I'm always swimming and biking and running. Not as long, obviously, but it's about 6 months of training where you build your distance and your endurance, and then you get about 3 or 4 weeks of tapering where you don't have to work as hard to give your body a chance to rest before you do the race.
You have been in a lot of competitions. Was the first time you had to do 3 sports?
So when was the first time I ever did like a triathlon? Yeah, I've done a lot of them. So I've done the 2 Ironmans, I've done 3 half Ironmans, and then I've done a bunch of different triathlons locally.
Where did you practice swimming, biking, and running?
Yeah. So thank goodness we have a lot of local resources. So in the winter, I would be at the Perth Pool swimming a couple of times a week, typically first thing in the morning. One of my bikes is sitting in the basement on a trainer, and then obviously I would conquer the snowy weather and run outside. Once the nicer weather came, I was either swimming at the beach here in town or going to Murphy's Point, and then biking and running all over the place. Keeping local though. I have lots of loops that I make on my bike and while I'm running.
how far did you have to go in each sport?
Yes. So the swim is a 3.8 kilometer swim. And you have a total time of 2 hours and 10 minutes. So if you don't finish in that time, they tell you you can't really go any further. After that, the bike is 180 kilometers, and you have from the start of your race to 10 hours to finish that. And then after that, you're running a marathon, which is 42.2 kilometers. I say running, I did a lot of walking.
Did you have to complete anything to qualify to be an Ironman?
Didn't have to do anything to qualify. However, these Ironman events, you can qualify for world championships. That's not me in this case, but people I know who are fantastic athletes have qualified.
Which sport is your favorite one to complete in?
Anybody who knows me, they know I'm a runner. I've ran my whole entire life, and it's definitely my #1 favorite sport.
What was your time to complete the Ironman?
So this time I completed it in 15 hours and 46 minutes.
What sort of things to do to get ready for an Ironman?
Well, on top of the swimming and the biking and the running, you do have to look at things like strength training. You do have to listen to your body and get that rest when you need it, because it is pretty tiring. And making sure that I'm stretching and taking care of myself. Eating well, although by the time I get close to the race, I'm pretty much eating anything in sight because I'm super hungry, but making sure that I'm getting a proper diet in.
Do you have any other competitions coming up?
So not for this year. Next year, I haven't quite decided. I have a couple in mind. It won't be another full Ironman, but I am considering a half Ironman next year.
Thank you for being here today and telling us about being in an Ironman competition. You presented Smiths Falls, and we are proud of you.
Thanks so much, Robbie.
I have a few questions. You said you
Yes.
swim in the Perth pool.
Yeah.
And then you swim in the, like here in Smith Falls or at Murphy's Point. Is there a difference between swimming in the pool and in a lake?
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
When we're in open water, you're dealing with waves and currents and things like that. And we typically have wetsuits on for the swim. If it gets too warm, it's not safe for us to have a wetsuit on. But any race that I've been in, I've had a wetsuit, which helps you be a little bit more buoyant in the water as well. And it's for safety reasons as well.
Right, right. Okay, and you said that to prepare for this, you have to eat and all. What do you do the day of, like to drink and eat? You're burning a lot of calories there the day of. How do you do that?
So everybody is different. I know personally for myself, I can't really handle any solid food when I'm racing.
It's 15 hours.
15 hours. So I do hydration that has calories and electrolytes. And then for me, what works best for my body is what's called gels, and they have calories in them.
Okay.
And as I've trained, I've realized how long I can go before I need my next one. And that's kind of what suits me the best. Some people can eat a peanut butter sandwich on the bike and stuff like that, but for me, I have to kind of keep things light.
Now, do you keep these gels on you, or is there somebody waiting for you to feed you?
I'd love it if somebody had a pizza waiting for me.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yes.
But a bit of both. So I make sure that I have what I need on me, because the course will supply its own hydration and nutrition. So I made sure that the gels that I used were the same on the course, so I didn't have to bring all of them. But for my hydration, they had something a little different, so I had to make sure I brought my own hydration with me, just because that's what my body was used to.
Okay, and what time of day do you start this at?
So it started at 6:30 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, I think it was 6:30, or sorry, 6 o'clock. I think I got in around 6:35. So what you do is you kind of seed yourself in the time that you think it's going to take you to do the swim. So I was a little bit further back in the line because I'm an okay swimmer, but I'm not a fast swimmer. So probably I think I was around 6:35 in the morning that I got in the water.
And you did it August 3rd? It was hot.
Very hot day.
Yeah, yeah.
Hot day, humid day. Unfortunately, the air quality that day wasn't that terrific either. We had dealt with a lot of air quality problems.
The smoke and everything, yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of didn't help the situation. It wasn't too bad. It was manageable, but a lot of us noticed that for sure.
Okay, what's the next day like after all this to you?
Well, for me personally, I don't sleep well. I'm lucky if I can get a couple of hours in, and tired and sore, very hungry. So yeah, I just, for the next week or two, actually, it takes some time for me to physically and mentally recover, because it's a lot of mental energy to get through this, because you have to keep telling yourself you can keep going, and I find that actually it's mentally, it takes me a good couple of weeks before I have that mental strength to get through a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, it's like Robbie said, you made us proud. You made Smith Falls. You represented us well, and you made us proud. So thank you. You're usually here for the Alzheimer's Society.
Yeah.
Busy time of year, I'm sure. Again, it always is with you guys. Yes, yeah.
And I'm happy to come back and let you know everything that's going on with the Alzheimer's Society.
We look forward to it. We look forward to it. And thank you once again for wearing orange today. Today is September 30th. And we are recognizing Truth and Reconciliation Day here on FYI. So thank you for wearing your orange today. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Kathy.